Alright, just a quick disclaimer, this video has nothing against Planet Brandon, so don't take this as offensive. Alright, I've been wanting to pass Planet Brandon and YouTube subscribers ever since I started YouTube, and there's actually not that too big of a gap. Here, I'll show you a picture. This is the calculator app, and that's how much subscribers I need to tie with him. But anyway, that's not the point. In this video, we're gonna be talking about like my thoughts on his channel. Alright, for quick context, Planet Brandon is like a pretty average YouTuber, average shorts YouTuber, making this lazy content of pictures. Sorry I called you lazy, Brandon, but still, like, what? His content's basically just like pictures and shorts. Like, all he posts is really just short form content, not long form. And they're just shorts of music with pictures. Honestly, being friends with Planet Brandon, I've already called him out like a ton for his shorts just being lazy and just pictures, and they suck. I just don't like them. But he still does it, and he's probably posting one right now, as we speak. Now, actually, I myself has actually made content like this before, but then when I realized that I didn't want to be famous for making lazy content like that, I just wanted to make my own content and be myself. Because I didn't really care. I stopped caring about passing Planet Brandon, and I started caring about like making my own content and doing what makes me happy. Because if I wanted to start YouTube, I might as well enjoy it. Like, no, I'm not just gonna make content to make content. The whole point of YouTube isn't just to make money. It's just like express yourself in a way. That's not the point though. Planet Brandon. Occasionally his videos aren't just about like picture this, edit this, sound this. No, he sometimes calls out other YouTubers, but we're going to talk about that later, because first we have to talk about the fact that he steals people's edits. And I can prove it. I can actually prove it. So one time I was looking through Planet Brandon's channel and I found this edit of like an Invincible edit or whatever. Me personally, I don't watch Invincible, but whatever. And then there's this kid in his comment section that was like, "Hey, that's my edit." And Planet Brandon, he doesn't like say too bad or whatever. He's not a jerk. He's a normal person. He's a pretty nice person sometimes. So he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to." And then this kid's like, "Nah, it's okay. Like, yours is better anyway." Like, but Brandon adding to that guy's edit was just basically just pictures. Nothing else, just JPEGs and PNGs or whatever. Whatever you call them. Random images. And that doesn't really matter, but stealing someone's edit is kind of crazy. Like, I used to think his current content was at least kind of original, but no. It's like he just straight up steals people's content, adds just images. And I don't really like his current content. It makes me kind of sad to see that people like Planet Brandon post content like that. I'm not saying that Planet Brandon is like the only person on the planet that posts this lazy content like this, but it's sad to see people like him. But anyway, that's not the point. We're gonna talk about his old videos now. Now, Planet Brandon's old videos are actually the exact opposite of what his videos currently are. Because his current videos, we already know, just edits and images, stealing people's content, stuff like that. And this is different though. His old content's completely different. His old content just has him doing his own thing, showing people his garden and stuff. That video's still up, and other things. And I know I just said like one of the videos are still up, but all of those videos are still up. Well, at least there's one I don't think that's up anymore. As a Planet Brandon OG, because I was like his 11th subscriber, I know that one of his videos that got deleted is like top 5 PS5 games. But that's just one video that got deleted. It doesn't really matter. But then eventually in late 2022, he started making like these random videos like about these country people or whatever. Obviously they were stolen cuz most of his content's stolen. And I started to kind of get bored of his content. At the time, in 2022, I was a bit younger, so I was like, "Wow, wow, he got that much views just for that." And then when I realized he just started stealing people's content, I kind of stopped watching his channel. But that was 2022. But now it gets worse and worse every single post. Yeah, it gets worse every single post. He starts making like edits and stuff in late and early 2024. Starts making all of this stuff that I didn't really like that much. Me personally, again, this is still it's just my opinion, okay? And he's just posting all this stuff, and yeah, that's how we got to here. So it basically started out normal. Planet Brandon wasn't always just this guy that posts lazy content. He used to pour his heart and soul into and effort into it. Obviously, they weren't long form content because, like I said, he posted short form, and shorts did exist in 2022, by the way. Just had to point that out. But let's just go to the part where he called other YouTubers out. So he did this one time in like mid 2024, I think, maybe. But he just made this random video from Random Sound. It was just like a black screen. It said, "We hit 300 subs. Slime ain't got nothing on me." And you're probably wondering just from hearing the word slime, "Bubble, who's slime?" Well, slime actually happens to be me. And if you don't know, like, my user on YouTube used to be slime, and now it's just this. It's just Bubble, because I don't know, I just decided to change it. And, like, people kept making fun of my name. That's not the point. He made fun of me, but at first, I mean, he didn't really make fun of me. He just wanted to point out that I could no longer like compete with him. Like I was like nothing to him. But right now I just don't really care unless it actually had like a weird meaning, like some of his other videos where he calls people out. But yeah, that happened. He called people out for stuff like that. He does like that a lot in videos. And let's mention like one of the more recent ones. In one of his videos, it's an edit of like a song from Eminem, "Without Me." I'm not gonna play it because that's copyright, but yeah, like it's like that one line. I'll try singing it. It goes like, "Hey, here's a concept that works 20 billion." Yeah, you already know what it is. 20 billion rappers emerge. Yeah, that. And then it basically just shows pictures. Get this, it shows pictures of me and my other YouTube friends. I guess they're also Brandon's YouTube friends. All of Brandon's YouTube friends. But fortunately, they didn't include that one person who I actually 1v1 in one of my recent videos. But that's cool. It didn't include her, but it included me, Sniper God, Mayor VR, and I think that's it. It just included the 3 other YouTubers I guess he wanted to call out or something. At first I didn't really like that video because he was like comparing to other people. But then afterwards I started to not care because his content's kind of repetitive. He does this a lot. And then there's Sniper God's opinion. He didn't like the video because he was obviously calling out other people. Like that's just not okay. I mean, I don't know what he was talking about. Like, does he think his content is just genuinely better than all of ours? Does he think like just he has more subscribers than us, so he's like better? That's probably something what Sniper God would think. Sniper God used to kind of post similar content, but that's because the reason why Sniper God started YouTube in the first place was because he was influenced by Brandon. But at least he starts making his long form content too occasionally. He makes his own stop motions too, so that's kind of cool. At least I think he does. I don't know if he steals content as well. But we're not going to call him out. We're calling out Brandon. Yeah, so like two of the 3 YouTubers I think, at least I know, are mad at Brandon. I mean, I'm not really, so I guess 1 of the 3. 1.5, because I don't really care. Of the YouTubers like kind of mad at Brandon. He just said that, I guess. He just called us out for no reason. I don't know if we did anything, or if he just wanted to make that video and did not know how we would feel. But that, I don't know about what people would really think on that video. Like, people that aren't in our whole friend group would think if it's good or not. But when it came to, like, people that were in the video, like me and Sniper God, it got a bit of backlash. I don't know what the like-dislike ratio is, type of backlash, but we just didn't like the video. It was not as... I mean, his edits were bad, but calling people out was kind of messed up. But we're going to talk about another time, another part of Planet Brandon, where he almost got banned from YouTube. No, he didn't say like anything bad to get that got taken too far. It's not, no, it wasn't something like that. And the only reason why I know this is because his story about it is in his description. It says something about him almost getting banned on YouTube. And the only reason why I saw his bio is because I saw a short that told me to read his bio. And basically the bio said that YouTube was gonna like ban him or something for like being underage or whatever. Because I guess he was underage. But he was kind of upset about it. Like he was crying, straight up crying. Because that channel, that's not just a normal channel. That channel belonged to that channel was made for him by his deceased mother. And something like that is kind of messed up. Like, it's just something taken away like that. That's like just memorable moments. And honestly, reading it just made me like think about his channel's like something memorable. Like it's not just a channel where he makes silly little edits. It's like kind of a part of his memory. It's basically it's practically some of his life, some of his memorable moments. He could just look back at his memorable moments on YouTube and stuff. I don't know. And that kind of made me feel like empathy for it. I felt his empathy. Like I could understand how he felt when that happened. So I didn't comment on the video or anything. I just like I didn't shrug it off either. Like that would be messed up. But I did kind of react and then get over it. Like yeah. Yeah, so yeah, that happened. But he didn't end up getting banned. He almost did, I think. I'm gonna go on the bottom layer. Well, okay. He almost got banned, but yeah. That's basically everything we got uncovered. So like, this video is like about my opinions on Reddit, right? My opinion. Well, yeah, I should probably just say that already. I will give him his pros and cons. That's what we're gonna talk about next. His pros are that like his old videos were like good. His whole story it touched me like emotionally a bit. And some of his original content, I guess, is at least he didn't steal it, kind of. So with that, I'll give him like a 6 out of 10 for like a 6 out of 10 for like pros, but for cons, so like for cons, we're gonna give him like, okay, oh, how do I say this? 10 out of 10's like the worst, okay? So like 1's like the best and 10's the worst. And 0's the best, whatever. He steals people's content and stuff. He like calls out other YouTubers, stuff like that. Oh yeah, also in his second channel, he one time said like he said like it was like it used to be like a collaboration channel where we like made videos on the same channel and stuff. But that all changed cuz things break out sometimes. And in the description of it, he said, "This is my second channel now cuz screw bed." Yeah, he basically just said, "Yeah, screw Bubble," you know. It's my channel now. But for that, for like CODs, I'm gonna give him like a 10 out of 10. I mean, no, not 10. Let me reword that. An 8 out of 10. Because he didn't say much bad things, but kind of. But yeah, that's my opinion on Brandon. If you enjoyed watching this video, then please consider checking out his channel and tell me what you guys think. Anyway, that's it for today. Goodbye.